Hello everyone, welcome back to Breaklight Productions. My name is Curtis Lambert and today we're reacting to another ATARASHI GAKKO music video that was recommended to me. Change. Yeah, let's jump straight into it. I love all of the music videos so far that I've watched from these girls. I'm sure this one will be a doozy. Cool. Bit of YouTube compression, but you know, whatever. Okay, so alright, we're on a dolly track. I love that they're not even hiding it. I was about to say, like, interesting choice to show the dolly tracks, but yeah, it's just part of it, which I low-key love. Like, again, this is music videos, let's have fun with it. This is so interesting. Hell yeah. And like, obviously they're cutting it like here and there, because yeah, it would probably be so hard doing it if it was just one continuous track. You'd probably need the biggest track in the world to do that. Whereas this, you could reset it, move things, etc. And mostly we're seeing just top lights. Clever edits. We've seen this before in previous music videos of theirs. Oh, that was awesome. Feels like an advert. Interesting. And I love that in the mirror reflections, you're seeing the girls on the dolly themselves manning the camera. Like, I'm really curious if they added that in post or if they really were just manning the camera. Or at least manning the camera in shots where, like, that's shown. Like, they wouldn't then where all four of them were in front of camera. And yeah, really simple. It is just top light every single time. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So clever and unique. Oh, there's the end of the track. Oh, that was a cool effect. And then, wow. Okay. God damn. That's so fascinating. Wow. Okay. God, I love it. I fucking love it. So, as I've said, time and time again in music videos, we don't have to go for realism. We can just have fun and come up with quirky, different, unique ideas that no film or TV show would ever have the balls to do. Because in those, like, if you saw the dolly tracks in most movies or TV shows, it would be viewed as like, oh, that's an error. That's a mistake. You know, it could possibly pass off as like a clever comedy bit in a comedy film or whatever to like break the fourth wall. But this is why I love music videos. You can, if you commit to an idea, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. So, we get this great opening shot. First off, let's talk about, I feel like there's a tiny bit of grain on top of the footage. We've got 4:3 aspect ratio, which is really clever because it's going to cut away the sides that, you know, this is a lot of dolly shots moving. You don't want to see the sides. You want to see exactly what's in the middle, what the camera is pointed at. Not to mention, a lot of these shots, just to get the pinpoint accuracy, would probably have to be on a relatively wide lens. Like, not fish eye or anything like that, but definitely on the wider side, and then potentially punched in. That was a fucking sentence and a half. But yeah, I love that this doorway's almost blue, and then this backlight coming in as they walk through is like this just yellow, like the color contrast of that. Mwah! Chef's kiss. And then, you know, we pan, tilt up, we like swivel up, and straight away we can see this dolly track. And straight away, what you will notice is, yes, your eyes are drawn to the trumpet player because he's moving. But, and hey, maybe it's just me, but when it first pans around, the first thing I notice is the track. Because that first light that turns on, it is purely on the track, and it is like shot in such a way, both lighting and like color grade wise and all of that, that it's really highlighted. Like, it looks really fucking shiny. So what's interesting about that is, like, straight away I'm like, we probably shouldn't be seeing the dolly track, right? But in this, it's a character. Like, it's part of the performance. It's the key motivation through our concept and our story and performance. So I love the fact that it's like the first thing our eyes are drawn to. It's so, so cool. I would also be interested, because normally a dolly would not have this many support bars going across it. So I'd be really curious if this song is somehow about or related to like the train system in Japan. Like, and obviously if you know what it's about, or you know if that's true or not, please let me know in the comments below. But it just, to me, gives it this real like being on a train line feeling, which like also comes in where you have the gentleman, I'm trying to find it now, who's like holding on to the I don't know, the hand grip thing. Yeah, it feels like they've set this dolly up in a way so it's sort of, it immediately makes you think of like a train track. And obviously, I'm not sure, you know, what the message of the piece is, but it definitely feels like it's a commentary on sort of the day-to-day life of like workers in Japan, and how you know, a lot of workers in Japan catch the train system. So it's a very like important and recognizable part of their sort of modern day culture, so to speak. Yeah, super, super interesting. I love the fact also that we see the actual dolly with the camera on it. Now, what would be so interesting to me is if, like, it is genuinely in those shots the girls themselves, the actual performers, manning the camera. Like, that would be so fucking cool. And if it is, kudos. Like, that is great. And it's, yeah. And the fact that, yeah, the ones pushing it as well, like, that's so cool. They'd get their hands dirty, so to speak. Like, it's so fun. But then again, there are ways to fake this. Like, it definitely could be just like superimposed or whatever. There could be like an actual camera team, and then those things aren't mirrors. It could be glass, and they've sort of set it up so it feels like it's identical. That's definitely something you could do. But what I like is it does also give this sense of a continuous one shot, while there are very obvious cuts in between. So it's not pretending to be one shot, but you do feel like you're traveling along the same line the whole time. And part of that is that I'm sure, the creative director or whatever would say that he wanted people to feel like they were going from A to B. I mean, at the end, we hit the end of the track. So we're getting from where we start to a destination. So by hiding those cuts, rather than have this, ridiculously long line that, you has to be enough to cover 4 minutes of song, you can have just, a section. You run it down, you hide a cut, you start it back at the start, bring in the new actors or whatever, film again, take it back, that would be the way. That would also be the less time consuming, because you would hate to get something wrong and have to film the whole 4 minutes all over again. So yeah, and I think also just with the amount of actors and all of that, different setups, etc. Yeah, way easier, just clever cuts, start it from the start again, move forward, clever cut, go back. Awesome. Lots of this is just top lighting, and I respect that. Like, ATARASHI GAKKO seems to love their top lighting, and I completely get it. Top lighting is awesome, and it draws your eyes exactly to what they want to show you from the get-go. Because it essentially, like, if you watch theatre shows, it's basically like a spotlight. And you just beam it at what you want a person to look at. They're going to look at that thing. It's not lighting up the background. It's not lighting up the sides or whatever. It's just like, hey, look here. Super, super cool. Super simple. The fucking performance in that is incredible as always. Like, their dance moves in that are so fun. But we see this other thing that they've done in previous music videos as well, of where they're dancing in the sort of darkness, because it's just a top light and maybe a bit of front light as well. They've hidden cuts in between in the darkness, and so they're able to have these repeating, even though it feels like it's the same dolly track, it's able to repeat again and again and again, to where it's really going by fast, and you start getting that sort of overlay effect coming in, which is, yeah, fucking awesome. And then they do the same with the man as well. Yeah, outside of that, I don't know if there's much else for me to talk about. There's some artificial, or I shouldn't say artificial, but there is some post-production zoom-ins and zoom-outs. Again, great. You're on a dolly, you don't have and I know some professionals will yell at me for saying this, but like, you don't want to be zooming in, focusing, and blah 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 all at once. Just get your shots, make sure the dolly's nice and smooth, and then anything that needs emphasis, you can punch in post. Easy. And a lot more time saving than trying to do it practically. That's not saying you shouldn't do things practically, but you've got to always weigh up, like, is this actually worth spending like 3 more hours to get right, or is it just like something we can do in post? But yeah, outside of that, I loved it. This was great fun. Again, so much creativity. I love these music videos. They're so much fun. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it too. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.